Assalamu alaikum, welcome back. So in the previous episode I have said that we will be starting working on RabbitMQ. So let's start. So what I did in the time between is I just go through the documentation and see how it works. So I'm not going to bother you about the internal details. What I did also is I actually cloned the actual RabbitMQ tutorials, and I cloned this into my own project, own PC. So this is the code. Also, I didn't install the RabbitMQ directly into my machine. What I did, I actually run the RabbitMQ through the Docker, and since we should be knowing Docker already, so I'm not going to discuss about how Docker works and how are we going to run that in Docker as well. What I'm going to show you is very simple, this one. So as you can see, the basic RabbitMQ exposes 5672 port. So if we just run this, it will not going to expose the internal port. So what I have to do is so I need to expose the port from inside of the container to my own machine, and also I need to access the RabbitMQ information. I need a management console, so I also need to install and run the management container as well. So this is actually exposed as 15672, as you can see in my console. And yep, that's all. So if I just run it again, it already have this container already, so I'm not going to run this again. I'm just resuming the ports. Now if we go back to our project, this is the send. So I hope you remember the basic architecture of the messaging is some project will send the message and some other project or some other code will receive that message. This is the basic thing, and the middle layer, the software RabbitMQ, is actually tunneling between acting as a tunnel between the two different projects. So in here we can see it is the RabbitMQ client implementation for .NET. It also has other implementations as well. So in case you want to work on JavaScript, they also have JavaScript. We will use JavaScript in our later work, not now. So C#, and it works. So let's run this again. I'll run this one time. So .NET run. Okay, so it is waiting for message, and .NET run. It will send the message. So two different project. One is actually acting as sender, this one, and this one is acting as receiver. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the message from our API and receive this here. So let's keep that both project open. Just quickly copy the code, this one, and quickly go our controller. It's just a POC, right? It's just doing a small R&D. We need API, and that will be message controller. Rabbit message controller. Okay, and we need to install that NuGet, this one, RabbitMQ client. Okay, this one is installed, and we need to expose a function from here. I'm just going to copy the function. Oh, it's just normal function, nothing special, sorry. So copy, paste, but in here it will be boolean. So copy, paste. Nice. Okay. So I'm just pressing F5. It will up and run the project. And this one is our RabbitMQ. Let's try it out. Where is our code? This one. So this one is our Swagger API RabbitMQ message. So Rabbit message. It's cute. This one sends 200. Something is happening here, right? That's because the console got stuck. Okay, so it is appending one by one. What we can do is this message, right? No, this one. This message, received message. So what we can do is we can just change the message from Microservice is awesome, and my spelling is wrong. Oh, not wrong. Anyway, and I will just append the dead in here. So at return.now to string. How am I going to show this? Okay. And the reshaper magic. Okay. So the queue is hello. The message is this one. It is streamed as it's converted as byte and sending to RabbitMQ. Okay. Okay. RabbitMQ. Try it out. See, it is coming as time. So what we can see is the two different projects. Even one is console application, another one is web API application, but it doesn't matter because both are connected with RabbitMQ, and when we send some message to the queue, the receiver will get the message because it's RabbitMQ's responsibility to deliver the message to the receiver. So yep, and last one more thing, that is we have an event handler here. We need to have a startup. Okay, I'm going to show that in the next video. How can we run this inside of our own event handler project? Okay, see you then. Assalamu alaikum.